Good evening humans, Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection In Space Pink Ranger from Hasbro. Y'all know how much I like In Space, and not only that, but this finally completes the team. So I am so happy to have In Space Pink here, and yeah, let's get into this review. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, In Space Pink here looks great. Just obviously it is the same mold and basically all the same paint with just the colors changed from In Space Yellow, as is kind of the thing with these teams. But yeah, I will address the elephant in the room, as it were, and that is the helmet. And clearly it is not fully rounded. There's like some sharp points there. This does not bother me the way it bothers some people, but I do get it. And I'm assuming that this choice was made due to something with the manufacturing and just it being easier to do this. I'm assuming it's possible to round this with some white paint. Obviously that will take a level of skill, so it depends on how you feel about that as to whether you want to undertake that or whether this bothers you, etc. So something to keep in mind when you are picking this up, if you are picking this up. And yeah, beyond that, all the rest of the paint is definitely very, very clean here. And you know, we got the white even going into the butterfly joints here. I think I stuttered last time I did that with another Ranger too. And yeah, like belt buckle looks great. Obviously there's no designs on the gloves or boots. And yeah, just everything looks good here. Even the helmet is super cleanly painted. Only issue I've had with mine was, as you can see right here, this butterfly joint was actually popped out, and I can't find the socket that this is supposed to go into here. As you can see on the left side, it's nice and clean, but over here, just not so much. So worth taking a look at, I guess, but mine still functions, so I definitely don't have any complaints there. So that's aesthetics. We get a nice succinct batch of accessories here, and I'm totally here for that. And I guess starting off, let's go with the weapons, and we do get her satellite stunner. And if I can focus here, there we go. We got some really good sculpt here. Nice some paint work too. So clearly it's a silver plastic, and we got some pink accents on the front and back with the black handle. So just really nicely done. Then we get the Astro Blaster, again painted well. So we got the silver, some blue, some gold and red, and all that. All the sculpted details are there. Then my favorite effect piece, or one of my favorite effect pieces, just because it is very character specific, and that is the actual blast from the satellite stunner. And that just plugs into the front right here. And boom, there you go. Looks great. And again, is very, very specific. So it's like not like you'll see this again. And that's kind of awesome. Finally, but let's move on to the civilian head. So we do get a really, really good likeness of actress Patricia Jali, who played Cassie, and I really like the eyeshadow itself. I don't know if my lights are really picking this up really well, but really nicely done. Just overall a good likeness. And it's good to see that the makeup actually like showed through, because it's subtle, but it definitely adds that nice tinge. That's again what makeup is for. And then finally, we have hands. So right out of the box, we get our gripping hands. And again, I like that the female Rangers do come with hands that are a little more, have fingers that are actually separated, because it makes it easier to get the accessories in. And yeah, just really well done. Not only that, but we get a right chopping hand, as we have seen with many a female Ranger. And then finally a left fist for punching. And that is accessories. Moving along to articulation, and we do get the range that we have been seeing time and time again with the Lightning Collection, but that is definitely not a bad thing. Not only that, but I think I've been getting a little bit better at posing these as I've been collecting the line the entire time. So let's get right into it, top to bottom. So starting with the head, we are on our ball hinge. So looking up, we get fantastic range here, especially with the cut of the helmet. We can bury the chin, so pretty much all the way down. Not really too much tilt, though there is a little bit of room there. We do have butterfly joints, so we're coming back and forth this way. And like I said, even with this one having been popped out, not really going in properly, like warping the arm here, still get the full range. So Coming up with the arms, and we're getting just a little bit past our T-pose. There is no bicep swivel, however, we are single jointed at the elbows, and those do come up to about 90, maybe a little bit past, and that is also where you're going to get your swivel. We get our swivel and hinge at the wrist. I was going to combine those two words for a second. Then we get our ball joint at the diaphragm, coming all the way around. Then combine that with the crunch at the waist. So that's going to bring us, let's see, about that far forward, that far back. Then come down to the hips, and we are getting really nice range. I think they've cut a little bit deeper for the in-space rangers, which is really nice. Then we get thigh cut. We get double jointed knees. Got to be careful. These are kind of thin at the knees, so just be careful of these joints. Then we do get boot swivel. We get perfect point. Some really, really nice forward. And then that classic Hasbro pivot. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is In Space Pink with the rest of the In Space Lightning Collection Rangers. With some Hasbro. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on Power Rangers Lightning Collection In Space Pink Ranger is that this is a great way to close out the core In Space Power Rangers group, and not only that, but just it's a great figure overall. Again, the consistencies in this line are spot on. It definitely has its faults. There are inconsistencies here and there with the paint, and I mean, right in with this line, just the collar, which is supposed to be yellow, being gold on yellow. And I mean, I understand that choice because it's yellow. They didn't want it to disappear, but it is what it is. And but in any event, if you are a fan of the Lightning Collection, if you are a fan of In Space, absolutely this is worth picking up. And it is currently out and pretty much everywhere at this point, because it's GameStop, it's Pulse, it's Big Bad Toy Store. I'm pretty sure everyone has it in at this point. So I will have links in the description below for where you can pick up this figure. And yeah, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, I will have other ways to help in the description below as well, not limited to I have recently started a Patreon because I figured, why not? I was originally going to wait till I got to 1,000 followers, but why wait till then? Let's just do it now. So link will be down there as well. So please join up if you are so inclined. And that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.